G'day, how are you there? Diesel here from Getting Around Aus, camper trailer travelling. Hey, thanks for tuning in today. We've got a bit of a list here to go through for you. So this is a video for you, okay? This is an introduction video on who Getting Around Aus is, who we are, who am I, what do I do, some personal life stuff and what I get up to, and doing YouTube full time, working full time, do I work, what do we get up to in our personal time, inspirations, you know, those types of things. And we've got some sort of personal news to share as well, which is will be a bit hard to talk through, but I'll do my best with that. And had a few questions from you, so I'm going to try and answer as many questions as I can. I'll have some more at the end, but in the end I'm going to have some questions for you because it's something I really need to know from you. But I'm not sure if this is going to be a 1 or 2 can video. We'll see how we go. But for the moment, grab yourself one of these. We'll talk to you soon. Rightio, so first question is, why this video? Now, the obvious one is, it's been 3 years. 3 years as of a couple of weeks ago, essentially, since we posted our first video, and a lot has changed. It's, I think, in the next 2 weeks was the first time we did the This Is Us video. This is who we are, and this is essentially us announcing our channel right before we took off on our big lap. And I should give you a quick look at that one now. Alright, g'day, I'm Diesel.
And I'm Anita.
And we're Getting Around Aus, camper trailer travelling. Okay, so backstory for us is we love camping, fishing and outdoorsy sort of stuff. So for us, we normally would load up the car, hook up the boat, and load up with some fishing gear and camper gear, and sort of head off, you know, to wherever. And this is sort of how we would do it. Yeah, and the other reason was our Patreon supporters have given us some really good feedback on, well, quite a few things, to be honest with you. And if you're interested in our Patreon channel stuff, there is a 7-day free trial, so you can jump on there and have a free look, and you know, and just leave it if you want to as well, without paying a cost. But our Patreon channel is where we've been doing some more personalised stuff and some different things and different ideas. And something that stuck with me was on the trip that you're watching now, or the trip series, sorry. Hello, doggy. I did a video on when we went back home. You know, the section where we turned the cameras off for a couple of weeks there, and I'll get to that where we come from in a bit, and if you don't know, but did some filming of where I come from and my experiences growing up as a kid, and you know, how I got into camping and those types of things. And you know, the feedback was pretty supportive, and it got me thinking. And the other part was, I had a couple of mates say a couple of things that got me thinking as well. One was, he said, it's like you're camping all the time. Is that all you ever do? Of course, he knows there's more to that, but that was the impression he had. And I had another mate as well who sort of was watching some videos and got caught one afternoon after having a couple and watching some, and said, it might be interesting for people to know who you are and what you do for a living and what you do in your life. And I thought, you know what, that's fair enough. And the Patreon supporters have been very good with getting me more comfortable about being open and doing some more personalised stuff. And here we are. So first question is, you know, who are we? Who's the Getting Around Aus team? So myself, I'm Dion. My mates called me Diesel. That's why I go by that. You know, I'm 45, and we've got Anita, my amazing wife, and got our 2 kids. So we got Zach, who's 10, Hurley just turned 8, and yeah, you would have seen through the video, through the last 3 years, just how much they've grown. It's quite surprising when we go back and watch some things. And look, I'll get to some more of the YouTubing sort of stuff in a little bit, but essentially this is my thing. This is what I do, and you know, the reasons for that I'll cover for you in a bit. But yeah, no, this is all me, and you know, all the filming, editing and all that sort of stuff is my passion, that's sort of taken, you know, up a fair part of my life, you know, the recent couple of years anyway. And I am really enjoying it, but Anita does support me. So yes, look, you will continue to see her on camera when we do some more family trips, and she does enjoy that. She does that really just to give back to you guys. she prefers her personal life the way it is, which is why you don't see her as much as you see me. We haven't split. Now, what can you expect from this channel? Camping is the main. We use our MDC Robson camper trailer, which is a 2019, and we essentially got that as initially we just planned to do a big lap and record some big lap stuff, and we're going to sell it when we get back. But things changed. Things changed, that in a way we didn't think they would, but in a good way for sure. So yeah, we're still using that after we got it second hand. So yeah, the last probably 3.5 to 4 years I've been using that one. And other than the camping stuff and sort of sharing experiences, tips, tricks and those types of things, which a lot of you seem to appreciate. Gear reviews is something that I'll continue to do. There's a bit going on in the industry at the moment regarding product reviews and integrity, and there's a bit of silly stuff going on, isn't there? But I'll continue to do those when the chances come up and the companies want to continue working with me. For anyone who's got any questions around integrity and whether it's true or not, I'll be honest with you, I really don't give a shit if people believe me or they don't. It makes no difference to me. But look, I'll keep doing those because I relied on a lot of those videos when I was getting into camping. So I'll continue to give back on those and my experiences, thoughts, feedback on gear as I see fit. And yeah, there will be still some more build stuff coming through on the Ranger as well. So yeah, if you're still into Ranger mods and those types of things, yeah, there's definitely still more to go there. But essentially it's a camping channel with some product reviews and those types of things. All right, what do I do for a living? And how do we finance what we do? Anita works basically full-time and I work full-time as well. Long story short, essentially, I'm just a regular dad and husband, work full-time, and I have the kids' sports on the weekends, Saturdays or Sundays, and when the kids aren't doing that, I'll try and get out camping and do bits and pieces. But yeah, no, I have a career. I'm a retail store manager, so essentially I run a business by day. That's my thing, and I have a team of 40 odd essentially, and I've been with the company I've been with for nearly 19 years now, so loyalty is a big thing for me, and that will probably show through in what I do and the companies that I work with. But I love what I do. I love the people that I work with, and I enjoy my job. And people have been asking about doing YouTube full time, and do you do this full time, or how do you afford to do it? Doing full-time social media stuff. The answer is I work full-time. That's my career. I love that. But the YouTube stuff is just a hobby. It's a hobby I really enjoy, but the reality is running a business, it can be quite stressful. This is great for me and my mental health. That's sort of where it took part of. As I got older, I couldn't play sports, even though I've just recently started playing indoor cricket again and got myself bloody injured. But this sort of stuff here, it helps me forget about the stress of work and providing for the family and all those types of things, and I get in and edit and film and go camping. It's great for up here and in here, and I forget about all the silly stuff in my life, and it's a great thing for me. And Anita is very, very supportive of me doing this, and YouTube's just a hobby. I do enjoy it, but nothing is going to change there, that's for sure. Now, what else do I do in my personal life? I love my footy. I'm a Bomber supporter. Anita and the kids go for Fremantle. Sorry about that. I tried to raise my boys to support a better club, but Anita's family is all Fremantle, and they kind of poison the kids, so I kind of lost them there, but that's all right. I'll be able to win some cartons off them as they get older. Love my cricket as well. Just started playing indoor cricket again after retiring probably 5 years ago. I love my V8 supercars. I'm a Ford man. I love playing 8-ball as well, so all these types of things I like to do with a bourbon in my hand. And there's kind of my hobbies and what I do in my downtime, other than in editing and those types of things, which takes up a bit of time. But do kids sports on the weekends, and can try and catch up with mates and here and there where I can, and that sort of stuff. Whoa. Now, with the YouTube stuff and the social stuff, and how long does it take, and people have asked questions about financing stuff and making money, those types of things. I'll chuck up on the screen there now what I make off YouTube. Anyone thinking about getting into YouTube for the money, that's the wrong idea if you ask me. Clearly you can see there I don't make a lot of money, but it does pay for camping when we go camping, which is fantastic. And that was the goal, was just to be able to get it to pay for its own without us having to fork out for it and those types of things. Editing videos, I think I read someone recently sort of say maybe 20 odd hours to edit a video is probably fairly accurate. Add in there probably coming up with thumbnails and video titles and those types of things. Yeah, probably 20 to 25 hours with that stuff. 2 to 3 nights a week minimum is what I do to keep the videos rolling for you every week. And the social media stuff, whether it's Facebook and Instagram, in there sort of, yeah, would be a night on its own, sort of setting it up and scheduling it for probably the next week or two. I'll probably cover off a bit later on why I've sort of struggled to keep up with that one. But what does it cost to do that? I use Adobe Premiere Pro, which is about $30 a month, and I use Artlist for the music, which has also been a question I've had, which I think is around $12 to $13 a month. Their subscription, so that again comes out of what I make from the YouTube, so it sort of funds itself essentially. So again, you know, just jumping back to the mental health stuff, it's very easy to see how I can get pretty into whatever I'm doing here and forget about the things I've been dealing with during the day. It's it's quite refreshing, that's for sure. And gear that we use, I use the 2 GoPros. Got 2 Hero 12s that I've been using, well, yeah, nearly the last year. The drone is a DJI Air 2S. It's the second drone that I've owned. The first one I crashed when we were in Queensland, the Babinda Boulders. And that's essentially, you know, what I use. The DJI mic here as well, which is very good. That's pretty much all the YouTube stuff there. Again, any questions, let us know. I'd be happy to answer those. Where did the inspiration for camping, touring and travelling come from? I grew up in the country. So I grew up in Mount Gambier, which is about there on the map in the bottom of South Australia. My dad took us camping all the time. So every Easter went down to Nelson, which is a town on the SA Victoria border, right on the Glenelg River there. So every Easter we go down to Nelson, camp for the Easter. We always camped in tents, nothing fancy for us. We never ever experienced caravan life at all. And every Christmas we went down to Portland, which is just over the border there. So Nelson was a nice little easy little town to go to. Portland was where the fishing happened, so camping there for the school holidays essentially, and going out with Dad fishing every morning, you know. So we always had a boat in the family, and that was pretty much it. And other than that, it was sort of taking the boat down the Glenelg River, and Nelson there as well was a common thing. It's just great to do a cruise down there. You can camp along the river there, and I remember camping in the boat with Dad, you know, overnight on the river, and then, you know, fishing throughout the day and overnight and in the morning, that sort of stuff there as well. And that was my experience camping growing up, and I kind of forgot about it in my adult years, but I kind of came back around to it, and as I got older and I wanted to, you know, get back to some things that I used to do and I used to enjoy, and that's sort of where that took a hold. The travelling stuff, the touring stuff. My dad he lived all around Australia, and he travelled a lot when he was young, and he was always telling stories about places he'd seen and, you know, visited and lived at and that sort of stuff. So I was always pretty keen to try that for myself. And, you know, I moved from Mount Gambier when I was 17. I moved to the Big Smoke, to Adelaide. Yeah, that's just what it was like for us, right? But I've lived up in Darwin, and, you know, obviously I live in Perth here now. I've been here sort of 12 years, but travelling and that sort of stuff is just so exciting. I was saying to someone, the thing about travelling and touring, right, is it's one of the greatest thrills is hitting the road and going somewhere you've never been before. You have no idea what's ahead of you and what it's going to be like when you get to a destination. That's why I generally try and go to somewhere new every time. But I guess that kind of explains the why. And I guess the video cameraing stuff and YouTube stuff, I never liked cameras growing up, but my dad did have a video camera when we were kids as well. You know, those big old ones used to put on the shoulder. Yeah, he was always filming sport, you know, that we played as kids growing up, and, you know, it was cricket, footy, soccer, whatever. He was always just filming live stuff. That's something that kind of come to me without me even realising it, you know, sort of try and capture the kids stuff. And the idea for this initially started out, for those who don't know, was when we were going on the big lap, I wanted to film it, so I had memories forever, and I wanted to start a little channel that was going to be a private channel, you know, something that friends and family could, you know, log into and have a look at these little videos that I made for them and all that sort of stuff. But once I created the page on, I think it was Facebook, I was pretty naive for social media. I had no idea what it could do, and turned out people could find your profile and actually sort of get into it, and it became quite popular. Started getting feedback, and turned out a lot of people were into it, and that's sort of where it took off to from there. So inspiration for camping and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, there you go. I guess it was kind of always there, but I didn't know about it, and I'm hoping that with the camping stuff, my kids can, you know, get out and appreciate nature, the outdoors, and all the good stuff in life. And hopefully it's something they will continue to do rather than being inside and bloody computer games and whatever. Unfortunately, some personal news, and I might get a bit emotional to talk about. It might be a bit hard, but bear with me. So there's some, I guess, off-screen challenges, right? So there's been some fairly inconsistent videos recently. Social media stuff has been quiet for a little while. It's just trying to manage time. So look, unfortunately, the reason for the trip was my mum has dementia and Alzheimer's, and that's just the start of it. There is more going on there, and the trip sort of came up pretty quick, and we had to do it. And there was a couple of people that chipped in for me at work to make that happen. And it was just a trip we had to do, and we just sort of bit the bullet. And unfortunately, Anita couldn't afford to take a month off work, so she had to stay home, which was quite hard for her, that's for sure. It was obviously pretty hard for the kids, but that's taken up a significant amount of time in my personal life. And yeah, if ever the videos don't come up, or you don't hear from us or whatever, that's what's going on. And I know everyone's super supportive anyway, and most is are completely supportive regardless. All right, so just some questions from you that I kind of couldn't quite answer in all this sort of stuff I've gone through, but given the family opportunity to travel in the camper trailer, I guess, yeah, that was basically explained. And saving is the other one I probably didn't cover off there. We work hard and we save and try and give ourselves the opportunity to get out and enjoy life when you can, because probably we don't do it enough in life, I don't reckon. How long does it take to set up the camper? Apologies if I haven't covered that off in videos for you. I think in the trip video that was Mount Crawford, I think it was, with the kids, I think I made a comment and we set up in 15 minutes, and that was with myself and the two kids. Anita did I think it was a challenge when we were in the Northern Territory, of setting up the camper trailer with the beer in your hand the whole time, and I think we did it in 7.5 minutes. That's between the two of us. That's with the mat out and a couple of deck chairs out, and the kitchen sort of set up there. So that's why we bought this camper. Was you just got to flip it open, put the poles up, and the bedding and the sheeting stuff is already there. It's all ready to go. You just got to plug in a couple of things. But yeah, that's all it takes. If you're looking to put the annex on, that's the time-consuming part of it. People will tell you they can do it in 10 or 15 minutes, which is fairly accurate. 20 minutes if you're taking your time there to get all that set up, but everything's set up from start to finish. There you go. Would you put a larger lithium battery in the camper? 200 amp hours at the moment, between the 200 amp hour batteries at the moment, for us is plenty. And I think the other question that I didn't answer was regarding how do you power the air fryer and the toaster. I should at this point have made a video on the inverter which shows you how I power that one there. Couple of questions I have, and sorry I cut that one short, but the questions I have are: a 12-volt solution for the Ranger. I'm on the fence at this point, and because I'm not sure what I want to do, and I don't want to overcommit. So what are your thoughts and recommendations on whether it's a portable power station like we've used for the JACKERY? It's been good, but there is a downside, and that's keeping the thing charged and powered up, but it takes up no room. You can pull it in, you can take it out without having to modify anything there. But if I was to go with a 12-volt setup, what do you reckon I should get? What brand should I get? What brand should I go with? I need to hear your thoughts on that, because I can't make it up for myself. I can't make my mind up. And the last question is, and again, it's something I never thought I'd do, but I never thought I'd do a Patreon channel. I never thought I'd do a video like this either. If we ever popped up at a four-wheel drive or camping show in WA, would you be interested in coming down and saying g'day? I got no idea. I always thought that no one would be bloody interested in what we do or who we are and those types of things, but my mind has been changed to that, and I guess I'm trying to get over myself and and let me know what you think. At this point, I'm really trying to push myself in some different areas and do some different things, and sort of see where it goes, and really trying to embrace all this. So, but I want to finish off with saying thank you to you for your support. 3 years, a lot has happened in 3 years. I never thought I'd be here doing a video like this. I didn't think we'd still be doing this, to be honest with you. I didn't think we'd have the support of so many people. We're nearly at 4,000 subs now, and Facebook's over 6,500 followers, and Instagram's over 4,000, and it blows my mind, to be honest with you. You're all so kind, so nice, so thoughtful. Your comments and support is so bloody special. It's cherished, and I enjoy reading. You know, as you know, I get back to every comment, every message, everything. I see it all, and I respond to all of it, no matter how long it takes. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty humbling. It feels bloody fantastic, and it's very motivating and inspiring for me to keep going with these things for you. And again, let me know what you thought of this video. If you have any questions, there's something I can cover in a future video, let rip, and I'll try and do with it. Try and do my best with it, and I'll try and do my best to keep making videos that you enjoy and you get something from. And it's very cool. It's a very cool experience being on this end of the camera and doing this for you. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm hoping to keep doing it for a little time yet. So I'll about wrap him up here now, and hopefully the video wasn't too long. I did say at the start, I'm not sure if it's going to be a 1 can or 2 can video. I kind of got in a roll, and I haven't even picked my can back up, so I'm going to finish that one off now. I think the footy starts in a little while here, and thanks everyone. I'll talk to you soon. Hooroo. G'day, how are you? Diesel here from Getting Around Aus, camper trailing, and here we are. So it's been 3 years, and going to go through a few things today, and mostly it's an introduction into, but mostly this is an introduction into. But mostly this is an introduction to who we are, what we do, doing YouTube full-time, working, do I work, Alright, so let's get into it. I guess first question is, why this video? And the reality is that here's a quick look.